stand the test. Start sorting out what fades away from things that stand the test. World is gonna take its toll on you and all of your stuff. Just when you think you're getting over, time and circumstance will call your bluff and leave you out there on the edge of the world, feeling the zen. Sound of one hand clapping, no way out, and what then? Rich man got it easy, and a poor man's got to be tough. To fight for love and glory never seemed to be enough. Good things fade too easy. The shadows never rest. Start sorting out what fades away. Things that stand the test. Time, oh time, flow on like a river. Carry me just like a leaf to the sea. Oh, deliver me. The days come down to a pile of stories scattered on the ground. When you're dancing on the high wire, you don't dare to look down. Running around on the spinning wheel with your cards close to your chest. Sorting out what fades away from things that stand the test. Time, oh time, flow on like a river. Carry me just like a leaf to the sea. Oh.
Mr. Light Knight with the Prime sub. Thanks so much, my dude. How you doing tonight? Thanks so much, brah. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Agascles Stamus from GearWorks.com and the E2KG Network podcasting channel on YouTube, as well as the Rounding Off Infinity Gaming channel on YouTube. We are here tonight to get things a little bit shook, playing some Age of Wonders Planetfall on PC. So I hope everybody's doing good tonight. TJ, did you go to the pool tonight, man? So we are at about mid-game in this 4 X. Bro, I'm always at the pool. No doubt. You're like freaking Aquaman, dude. I get it. I get it. That's cool, though. So, we're at about mid-game now in this game, and things are getting a little bit wonky. It's always interesting, and it can sometimes be difficult in a turn-based strategy game as you approach mid-game. Opening game, you can kind of get a handle on. But remember, he usually... No, I'm talking about the Jason Momoa Aquaman, dude, not the comic book Aquaman. Jason Momoa Aquaman, get some spec. So we took a little while to get a handle on opening game, and it took kind of rolling over into the second run through of a new scenario, and so we got a handle on that. Now we're getting into big game, and what I'm currently struggling with a little bit is it is difficult. Ah, man, that's too bad. You really didn't like his Aquaman, huh? I thought it was dope. The look didn't fit. It's definitely not I mean, he's definitely not the traditional Aquaman. I thought the armor fit well. The last once he finally got in like the orange and green suit. I thought they actually took it and made it look cool for a costume that has kind of historically been made fun of in the comics. Just making a camera adjustment here. You guys are going to get a little bit of a shaky cam. See if that tightens up a game. I'm dealing with this little bit of a hoopty of a streaming setup since I'm prepping to move. But so where we are, we're picking up mid scenario. I think we're about turn 20, 22. And I left this off in the wee hours of this morning at the start of my turn. So I just finished all the enemy AI or AI movements. They're not necessarily all enemies. Trying to be a little equal opportunity. So this brother here, I don't know. He's part of my race, and I don't know why he's like an enemy faction. Bad deal for me. Trade a whole sector. Oh, heck nah. The calculations of this should prove mutually beneficial. They want the damaged peers. Now, damaged peers is... It's unfortunate that you can't get a map view of this thing. Well, TJ, I understand, man. You know, everybody's got different opinions and feelings on movies. So I happen to like the Zack Snyder DC universe movies. Everybody else doesn't. You know, most other people don't like those. So I get it. I get you. So are there any DC movies that you do like, particularly the new ones that have come to bear since Zack Snyder stepped away? So we got to get him to sweeten the deal a little bit. I don't know, should we... It's a fair deal for me. Overload, he opens its borders, and he shares his vision. Ooh. Snyder, but yes, so Zack Snyder is no longer at the helm of the DC Entertainment Universe movies. I don't really know. I'm trying to think. I don't really know that anybody is particularly at the helm overall. But yeah, Zack Snyder wound up stepping away. Now, many people were calling for his ouster. As far as I understood, the studios were going to stick with him, but he himself needed to step away due to, I think, a family illness that needed his attention. So, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to balance the trade-off. I think I'm going to send this across the way. I mean, it's only fair for me. It's not like it's an overwhelmingly good deal for me. So let's see. I'm a little worried. This player means they will be able to call you into war with other players should the need arise. So he's currently at war with Corvin Zalezzo. Sure. Okay, so he didn't want to do it. That's on him. He's the one who wanted to take a sector of mine, so it's not my problem. So one of the things I switched out tonight is I actually switched out the capture card. So for the last couple nights I've been playing with the Black Magic Web Presenter. Capture card, and tonight I swapped it out for the AverMedia Live Gamer Extreme 2 GC551. So let's see where that... I'm not sure where that unexploited sector is that we can take over. I've put a lot of outposts up here to the north. As you can see, this map is absolutely ginormous. And I've actually had a scouting unit all the way up here. Like, it's incredible. I mean, it's really reflective of like a planet size scale. This is another option that I finally got turned on, is the edge bump, so that the map scrolls when you're at the edges. That is not turned on by default. Okay, so these are guys that I want to merge with my primary army. So now that's up to 6 units. I do not have my research done that will enable me... what did I do? So I was in the process of...
Operations primed and ready.
What is the research? Because I was working on my thing that was going to give me colonizers. I thought that was a societal research. Frontier facilities. Why? Colonizer, standard military infrastructure, recreational dome. I don't understand how this cure for spacer skin maladies got queued up. Maybe that's because of a quest that I undertook. So I gotta figure out. I'm a little worried about this unit here, because they only have a 2-unit army. I guess I'll go up here and take these marauders out. So TJ, did you do anything special today besides hit the pool? And when you hit the pool, is it good practice? Because what is it? You coach a team, is that right? So this will be 6-on-3. It says it's a safe battle. It's weird to me that it's only coming across as safe, but we'll go ahead and go to manual combat. Okay, very cool. So good practice today. Ooh, championship meet tomorrow. Oof. How long do your guys' meets go? Like 3 hours? So I'm also really excited to be playing this tonight because, like I said, I've been playing with the Black Magic Web Presenter, which is only capable of capturing at a 720p. The capture card I'm using tonight is capable of capturing at 1080p 60, but more importantly, it does 4K pass-through. So this is one of my PC gaming setups where I have the gaming PC and I'm on 4K monitors. So for the last few days, I haven't been able to play this in 4K. Tonight I can play it in 4K, so I'm very stoked about that. Last practice of the season and close to 5 championship may go to 8. So when you say 5 and 8, that's how many hours the meet is? Alright, let's see what we got up for the next unit. Syndicate Overseer. Alright, we're going to bring them out to the flank. Tight ends go in motion. Now, why is this dude why are these guys only at half health? Oh, I've always assumed that they fully healed up in between battles. I wonder if they actually need to go somewhere. Shoot. I wonder if they actually need to go somewhere and heal between battles. Yes, I'm gonna ask. Ah, man, a 5-hour swim meet? Man, I can't imagine. Cannot imagine. These are some more Overseers. I'm gonna also pull them out here. Not also, I'll put them out on the right flank. So this gives me my buffing units out of my flanks. I'm going to pair them up with some indentured. So when you go, man, do you take snacks? You got to take snacks. I can't believe that I can't think that you would go to that and be out there all day without having something to eat. I guess this should be the vector that I should rotate him to. They cannot go to Overwatch yet. Or can't go to Overwatch this turn because of how much movement they've expended. Let's bring these guys over here to bolster. They do still have their attack. But those guys are out of range. So rather than be super aggro and move them up, this turn always aggravates me because they can't just turn them straight. I don't understand that. So if I leave them turned this way, I don't think I don't think those units are gonna cross back over this diagonal. I don't think they're gonna cross back over that diagonal either, but we'll do that anyway. Oh, now they can go to Overwatch. What? Oh, are these? No, that's not, okay. I was like, that's not an enemy unit. Oh, what is that? Okay.
I'm gonna kill you old style.
Alright, so these guys just went over. Hey, thanks so much for the follow, Fiddlefin. How are you doing tonight, man? Thanks so much for swinging by the live stream and checking things out. And I appreciate you. So, Fiddlefin, are you an Age of Wonders fan, or did you just happen to, see the announce go up on Twitter and came by to check it out, or how did you discover the live stream? I don't know why. Discord. Okay, very cool, man. Thanks so much. Which Discord server did you see this announce in? I'm getting frazzled. I don't want those guys to do anything. I just want them to... So there's no check mark to just have them hold to the next turn. Let's go to the next unit. Senpai. Okay, very cool. The Learned One. The Wise server. Now, I could probably get him into attack range. I'm going to go ahead and have him come here. I'm going to start sizing up my primary attack vector here on the right, and then hopefully be able to kind of swing the picket fence and have these guys come in from the left. So what kind of games do you play, Fiddlefin? Just got a 40 there, a 40 out of range. Let's try to take those guys. Overwatch. Some RPGs. And I'm sorry for being dense. What is DBD? Dead by Daylight. Okay, very cool. Very cool. So you just hanging out on a Friday night, man? Did you have a good day today? Okay, so he did that attack. He cannot go to Overwatch. They keep snapping me back to that unit. Tenzin. Alright, Tenzin, so why don't you try and break things up here on the left flank? I'm realizing now that these trucks are explosive, so I'm curious to see. We'll just go ahead and end the turn. Curious to see if the enemy AI is going to actually use the trucks. I hate these leapers with their combat jumps. Long day at work, enjoying some wine. Very cool. Oh, how did that unit split off?
Operations ready.
I have not seen that before. So, kind of, what are your work hours, Fiddlefin? Are you like a 9 to 5 or like a early morning, early afternoon kind of thing? I do not have any really good operations learned yet for the real-time part of this combat. So what is my next unit available? Does he have? He does have an attack on them at 35%. Let's go and hit that. Oh! Got hit on the flank! 7 to 5. Woof! At 10 hours? So does that shift work with some overlap of the other shifts? Still not taking one of them down. Can he? Yeah, the overseers can get a hit in here.
Serves them right.
Nice. One whole unit taken down. 50 hours a week, bruh. Ooh, that'll wear on you. That'll put some mileage on you. Alright. This is my head dude in charge. Guess he will try and take these guys out right here. Defense mode, arc bolus. I haven't really seen these arc bolus things be very effective. Ah, he resisted the immobilize. Defense mode. Let's try and hit them with the arc power blast. I hit him. No line of sight? Ugh. No line of sight. I'm going to have to maneuver him at least one hex. Alright, I gotta go. Have a good night. Alright, Fidelfin, thanks so much for swinging by, man. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate you. If you ever have time to come back and hang out for a while, please do. I will keep an eye out for you in Senpai's server. See if I can pop into your stream as well one night. Until then, good luck. Good gaming. Very cool, man. Maybe we'll have to get together and play some Overwatch. I play a tiny bit of Overwatch. I am by no means a learned and effective one in that game, but I do dabble.
Enemy
Okay,
eliminated.
good. So 2 units down. And yeah, we can go ahead and end the turn. Oh, did he destroy the little speeder bike? One of my swimmers just texted me about how they got hurt before championships somewhere. Ouch. How deep is your bench? That's the question, Mr. Light Knight. So do you have somebody who can sub in for him? Who is almost as fast? About a week ago, and he hasn't been to practice and not deep for his age group. Oh. Why can I not attack this thing? I really haven't gotten a hang of this middle button scroll. Yeah, I don't understand why he's standing right there. It's almost as if his offensive powers were all on the little speeder bike. It's not good. Rotate, arc bolus. But his health is down much lower than mine.
Enemy down.
Down he goes. You can't sub swimmers except for
The
relays.
Syndicate rules supreme.
Can't sub swimmers except for relays. Yeah, so I've never understood how the scores are tallied. Like, because everybody swims, right? So if you have 10 swimmers in an age group and they have 3 swimmers in an age group, then I've never understood, like, how you determine who wins. Alright, very cool. So now I have, what even is this? Abandoned quarry. Why? I don't understand why he doesn't have the little speeder bike anymore. And I wonder if this little speeder bike was actually a vehicle. I just always thought it was part of him. I guess I need to figure out how to buy a new one. And I have no idea how to do that right now. Ooh. So, I mean, what do you do, TJ? I mean, he's injured. You can't sub for him. He says he'll swim. Okay. So he just won't be, like, at 100%. I mean, but is he one of those swimmers who, like, him at, like, 70% is, like, another one of your swimmers at, like, 100%? Alright, so he cannot move at all. All his stuff has been expended. This is my other maneuvering unit, but he is, they're hurting after their last battle, so I gotta hold him up there. So I'll just tell him to hold position. He just needs to be focused and trained to get the right push. I just coach him in the summer. Okay, very cool. But is he, is during the regular school year, does he swim on his, like, school team? Okay. So we're gonna have him. I am not grabbing that unit. Okay, there we go. I want him. I'm gonna have him join the 2nd Army Division up there. Set production. We definitely need to go with military units. So the Army staffing is low right now. Overseer, a runner, an enforcer, and an indentured. I think they'll be good for the queue. Target not valid. So this is a new operation that has become available. The native threat indicator is primed. So location of the nearest unexplored hostile spawner to the target colony. Go ahead and launch it. Target a friendly colony. Target not valid. Well, I get it, but you gotta let me. Hold on. So if I hook that, contact the commander. Really been confused by this operation. See, operations, right. Target has to be visible. Target's not valid. Target a friendly colony. Very difficult for me to tell what is an acceptable target. Alright. We're about to do a hard pass on popping this native threat locator. Here's the location of the nearest unexplored hostile spawner to the target colony. Yeah, but I don't think I know of anything but friendly colonies. I can't select that colony. It seems like it wants you to already have a colony selected when you hook it. That is very counterintuitive to me on how that thing is supposed to work. Unless you already knew. Enemy spawner. So if I hook that one. I think I've just lost like the easy quick dialogue on how to do that. I mean, what I'm trying to do... Okay, there's operations.
These are marauders, hostile armies that either roam around the planet looking for locations to attack or camp on spawners to defend them.
Right, so if I select that, and then go to operations and go to native threat indicator and launch it. This is really aggravating. The native threat indicator reveals the location of the nearest unexplored hostile spawner to the target colony. Here's the location of the nearest unexplored hostile spawner. Okay, I guess we're not going to worry about that right now. I'm going to probably do some wikiing around and figure out how that's supposed to work. Okay, so they won. Ops ready to launch Coastal Crack. Cleansing Pulse Doctrines, the Emissary. Native threat.
Sector annexed.
Okay, right. I'm trying to see if that speeder bike of his was ever listed as a piece of equipment. Alright. Make sure he is the... Okay, so these are my two units who have seen combat. These two, one of these is the scout unit. I don't know what the other one is. Guess I'll just go ahead and end the turn. Alright, so I definitely heard weapons fire nearby. Hopefully it was not one of them coming for me, and was a couple of the AI just getting into it on their own. So I have definitely bogged down in terms of pace into...
Through assaults, chemical
Although
or
now we've picked
mental,
up some
the
new
mind
additional
must
abilities.
remain stalwart. The mind must push beyond any affliction, or it risks being wiped out. Malai of House Antares.
Alright, so we can go in and select a new skill to work on. So it looks like now there are some blockers. So we'll go the exploit weakness route. Diversion projector. Okay. Should come in handy. Orders required. I guess that cost him 1 point, movement point to move in. I guess, like I said, I'm going to just have him hold position there. I do need to figure out what city of mine it is where he can either get a replacement for his little speeder bike or repair that one. Same thing, he's in a hold position there. It's kind of the guard unit. Alright, let's start bringing him south a bit. See if he can rendezvous and link up with some of the other units that I already have in motion. Oh, he's got some more movement points. These guys. Okay. Ops ready to launch.
Operations primed and ready.
Now we can deploy a monitor. Just gotta understand that a little bit better. Nope, still has the guy hooked. Oh boy. Operations. Deploy a monitor. Start priming it.
Incoming communication.
Ugh. So TJ, basically you're saying you've got one more meet at least, and possibly two more meets if you guys do well at the next meet? Ooh, okay. I think I am just going to wait and see if her bluff gets called. Last meet, okay. Unless you guys do well and go on to the playoffs, which I guess you said would be the 8 hours long event. I guess what in our neck of the woods it's called, I guess, sectionals or regionals or something. I don't know.
Incoming
Leo.
communication.
Great. No playoffs or regionals or sections. Okay, alright. So just the one more meet. Okay.
Production ready. Happiness event in colony.
Their build queue doesn't need to be adjusted, so I can just go ahead and end the turn. Nothing crazy like that. We're a summer team. Right. Yeah, I know as much as you have fun doing it, I'm certain that getting back that chunk of free time...
War has been declared upon us.
Come on. So I cannot compliment him while you're at war with the other player. Okay. So can I negotiate? Or offer him a truce? I ain't gonna become his vassal. great. He's not having it. There's a good chance that I'm just going to get rolled, just because I don't think that Nope. We're at war, guys. We're not going to be able to deal with that right now. Yeah, so he's coming in for a merge, right? Oh, 6 units allowed per army. Great. Can he skedaddle over here? And eventually link up with that, with the second army. Very cool, man. And when did you say, so that meets tomorrow, is that correct? I think I'm just of the mindset now to just get all my units merged, particularly if those guys are actually sortieing various army units. And of course, this might be one of those games where, even though the guy's only got one division, he may still declare war. Okay, so they spent kind of a turn getting their stuff together. Let's go ahead and head back. So I put him on guard. Now, hopefully that should wind up replenishing all of his associated stats and food stores and all that stuff. So those guys, we're just going to hold off until the other 2 units arrive and they can merge. Ooh. Not going to mess with those. Who still needs orders? I thought he was done. Guess he can go one more. Or go all the way around. That works too. Operation.
Operations primed and ready.
The deploy monitor one is not actually ready. He's at 2 tactical now. The cleansing surge and mind wipe. Those will come in handy in combat. And the emissary doctrine. Huh. That's weird. So we offered up a solution to the hostilities, and they are just going to throw themselves into the wall of war. All right. And I know I've probably already asked before too. So that meet is tomorrow, right? Army power is 130. Army power is 80. So we'll try and bypass him. Won't get into a fight, although it's sorely tempting. He might get jumped anyway. Okay, so maybe he'll do okay with that. Popular support change to approving. Great. But it's a big help. Starting to get worried I was going to have to declare martial law. Ship with Devar changed to distrusted. Okay. Battle won by Nyla. 2 units left. Alright. Ops ready to launch. I think I'm just not going to futz with them right now. Packer sent a message.
Incoming communication.
Yes, the meeting tomorrow. Okay, very cool. I think you said early afternoon time, and I was saying you should pack snacks. I think we can go ahead and end it. Yeah, there's a little speeder bike. It's like I either stole mine or they have the ability to build their own now. Alright, let's get that reward. And now we have frontier facilities, so we can start building.
Our colonies require the means to protect
colonizers.
themselves and a reason to stay. At the very least, it's time to invest in some good old-fashioned guns and beer. Dollar Smith, Deneb Colony Mayor.
Alright, select new. This is my social research. They give snacks, so I'm good. Alright, very cool. Okay, I'm fine with doing that. That's going to enable us to make some agreements that will bring in some capital. Alright, I think that's the best I can do right now. There we go. The army merged to 3 units. Yeah, there's just some kind of funky hexes there. Orders required. Ooh, what? He just went through a bunch of moves. He's good. Signed in non-aggression. Great. So the 2 people I'm either at war or on the brink of war with are now friends. Not to be trusted due to their past actions. Feel like I've been set up. It serves him with his full movement there. I don't know what that is. Okay, so now that expeditionary unit is up to 4. So he was not my main dude. So as best as we can, we'll just have him go ahead and head back. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, now I'm satisfied that he doesn't have any more moves.
Systems infiltrated.
Oh boy. I don't need this. Fabricate Casus Belli failed. I don't even know what that is. Guess I forgot that I mistakenly assigned some people to spy on somebody. I don't know what that dialogue was about. It's not letting me join up. I think that's because he already has 6, right? Okay. So actually what I need to do is have him get across and join these guys as quickly as he possibly can. Roads make a huge difference in fast travel. I think he's fine. I don't really see any other activities that would be worth his while I'm having him go meet up with this other army.
Operations primed and ready.
No. I don't have really any good way to use them right now.
Production ready. Incoming communication.
Okay. That's enough of that.
Incoming communication.
With the Spacers faction. Yeah, but I don't want to trade anything right now. Okay, so the home key snaps me back to my primary HQ. We can go ahead and end that turn. I hate it when things are going on in the map just outside of my view so I can hear the noise, but I'm like, what's going on over there? So TJ, did you game at all today, or did you stream, or both, or neither? I don't consider her insulting you to be of really actionable intelligence. So orders required. Okay, this is my over the hill and through the woods guy. He's trying to make it over here. Big ups. Oh, you're just a hold position. Oh boy. Really have no idea where she is. Photonic harness station. So she is way across the eastern unknown expanse. Or really the northeastern. Okay. So there is actually some loot there. They actually have a pretty powerful army at 588. Oh boy. He's away, not where he's supposed to be. So I have two guys up there. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, I just don't know if I should retain those operations and side quests. Need some time to think that through. Still got an hour before you stream. Okay, very cool. You know what you're going to be streaming tonight?
Operations primed and ready.
I don't want to keep throwing monitors all the way across there when I don't know what's in between. Whereas Nastanara HQ will continue to be down here. We'll see how long we can keep things that way. Ooh, I'm just kind of vapor locking on what to do next. Orders required. I need to get him back, but man, he's got such a huge long way to go. Yeah. So I don't know anything about the ground transport game here. I hate it when I get down. I always, with these strategy games, I always hit the super bogged down point. So is it that guy? Alright, long way to go. So let's just start hoofing it home, I guess. Or a little bit further than that. Intern, okay. Alright, so look, TJ and anybody else who's in the live stream, I'm going to put you on the BRB screen just for a second. I got to lower the temperature in here. It is burning up down here. So yeah, I'll put you guys on the BRB scene, and then I'll be right back. Don't do a backflip on this one. Ooh. Come on. What the heck is going? What? No, am I supposed to go vertical here? Flippin' A, I'm never gonna get that. What the heck? Or is it that I'm supposed to get enough? There may be something I'm not figuring out here. It could be... No, you know what it is? Hold on. Oh. What it is I'm supposed to... Yeah, I'm gonna have to start that over. I think I'm supposed to get scooped up by that thing and get some extra momentum to get up over the hump. Oof. And actually, I mean, so you can do a run and take some take some faults, but the problem is often they start you somewhere where it's really hard to, because you don't have the speed. Over-rotated. Blast it. Oh, that's what I need to do. I need to get picked up and kind of rock back and forth in that thing. And yeah, and then there's a thing up there. Alright. And this is just kind of what Trials Fusion is. It is this big, long, grindy game through multiple challenges that sometimes requires you to do a crap ton of trial and error. And sometimes it is not fun. Sometimes it is frustrating. Frack. I can see this morning I'm just not going to get a lot done. So it's actually good that I'm doing this as a local game capture and not so much on stream. No. Flippin' A. Grah. So this is actually my first Trials game that I played. I think I played the demo of Trials Fusion and didn't really particularly care for it. Again, I think I had problems kind of... What the heck? Understanding what this game really is. This iteration, I think I've got my head wrapped around. Alright, well hopefully things will get sorted here pretty soon. I just realized that part of the problem was that I'd left the thermostat up about 5 degrees higher than I normally have it set when I'm live streaming, because I have to get it cooler, a little cooler down here because of the studio lights and whatnot, so that heat was just killing me. Alright, so we'll go ahead and end the turn and let the enemy AI perform their actions. Exploit weakness.
The intent is the control of an asset, not its destruction. True power is the proper application of force at the precise point to exploit a weakness.
Hey, Gory, how you doing, man?
Commandant Six.
Hope I'm not keeping you up too late.
Of House Qualtali.
Figure by now you've got the kids in bed. Thanks so much for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Alright, so we'll go ahead and select the new research. No, that's not my military branch. Just something to say hi and leave a lurk. Thanks a lot, man. I do appreciate it. Yes, my timing is incorrect and you're probably going to take care of putting your kids to bed now, so by all means, handle your family biz. Alright, we'll learn foreboding darkness. Oh, geez, Corey, thanks so much for subscribing, man. I do appreciate that. Totally unnecessary, but I do appreciate it, man. And sub badges are in the works right now. So it was unfortunately one of the things that I didn't have on my checklist for the transition to affiliate, and I wound up missing it. Emotes are in progress, but thanks, man. I appreciate it. Emotes are in progress, but like I said, I had neglected and forgotten to get somebody working on the sub badges. But I actually had 2 people working on emotes, and so I was able to get one of them to transition to working on sub badges. So at least tier 1 sub badges are on the way. Which no. I know you didn't do it for that, but I am getting that stuff ready. So even though if you don't want it, those things are available for people. All right, so we've got military research queued up. Let's see what else went down in the world. These guys, all I'm having them do is emerge with 2nd Army Division. So now they are up to 5 units. Okay, that's the 5-unit army. So, but they're going to hold position there until they can get a final member of their division attached. I got bragging rights. Hopefully, I'm your first sub when you go big. Well, thanks a lot, man. I do appreciate it. I think so. It would be a highly semantic argument, but TJ clocked in with the Twitch Prime sub before you, so that's a tough one. I'm sure there will be many Twitch members who might have a violent opinion on that one way or the other. Damn it. But you were the first paid sub. I don't know, that's tough. So I guess this is just going to huff it across the desert and try and make it back. And I will gain some intel along the way. We can go no further. TJ got me on good with 2nd Prime. Still pays a sure. Yeah, I know. It's just like I said, it would be a semantic, and I'm sure there are some people on Twitch who would have an extreme opinion. Hopefully it'll cool down in here shortly. Who's that? So he's not an army unto himself. Well, that's a bad guy. People on Twitch say the opinions never right, exactly. As you and I have observed much shenanigans on Twitter in the last few days, so you're right in there. All right, let's go ahead and have a sortie over here to the east and try and link up with 2nd Army Division up here. I don't know who this dude is. He's a traveling marauder. Declared war on Nyla.
Operations primed and ready.
Oh, that's what was going on when the heat was... Yeah, the Twitter thing is so crazy. Right. Yeah, Twitter gets heated, gets turgid. But to be quite honest, that's what chased me off of social media. More influence. I don't know, that's active. Okay. I don't get that. It says these are primed. Deploy monitor. Launch now. Player hooked. I got these operations to launch one time, and I have since not been able to figure them out. Launch now. Target is not valid. Okay. Now, my native threat locator is primed. Launch it. Target not valid. This location is the nearest unexplored hostile spawner to the target colony. Alright, so that's not immediately jumping out of me. I'm gonna get out of there before that thing makes me tired. I had MySpace for my band back in the day. I didn't have social media until I joined Twitter and Instagram in July. I had MySpace for my band back in the day. Yeah, so I've had them both for a fairly long time. Like I said, I think I wound up getting off of social media a couple months ago, and I'm just now coming back because I kept having these overly high expectations of the level of interaction that would be available on that platform. Expecting it to be a pretty fairly, I don't know, avenue of intellectual debate, and it is not that at all. Okay, so I got one operation down. I'm going to make one native threat indicator or locator. Launch now. Unexplored hostile spawner to the target. Target a friendly colony, target not valid. Hostile spawner to the target colony. I still don't really understand what that operation does. It's kind of driving me nuts. Unhappiness in SDR.
Happiness event in colony.
Ooh. Why does no one know how to have a rational debate with someone with a different perspective without getting pissed about his line? Yeah. It when I went to grad school, that was one of our group's very big things is we insisted that, we came out of class and had conversations and debates like in the courtyard that, it was all to remain, friendly, right? To, have these conversations without insulting each other and have these conversations without demeaning, the person, but to simply say, I understand your perspective, I see your point, I don't agree with you, but I can see how somebody would have that, right? And we had one guy who wouldn't play by those rules, but we kept talking to him, and he eventually came back with some reasons why he was the way he was. And once we knew that, it was fine. But the inability to have a discussion online without feeling the need to personally attack, the human being that you're having a conversation with because you disagree with their opinions is just something new to me that I'm not accustomed to. Right. Okay, so she captured the claim sector. I'm not really going to worry about it. Fine. I hadn't really built it up anyway, or anything. Received a proposal from Paco. Offer a non-aggression pact. Fair deal for us. Sure. Ops ready to
Operations primed and ready.
launch now. Target a friendly colony. But they're not a friendly colony. Target is not valid. Not sure you saw the thread I was involved in about autism and vaccines, but this guy basically just started name-calling and judging my life like he knew me. Right, yeah. And I tell you, so, again, you know, I had my point where I just hit my limit, and I was like, I'm taking my ball and going home, and I got off social media. I mean, today, like, my attitude is very much like, I'm not having that argument today, number one, when somebody starts behaving in that manner. But also, like, I'm just not going to spend my time and waste my energy, so I just, you know, if I say something and somebody at all comes back insulting, I'm just going to, you know, I'm just blocking them or muting them. Like, if they don't have the intellectual capacity to, like, have a civilized conversation, then I'm done trying to sway people and motivate them to behave right, as you said, with some civility. Right now, it's if you have civility, I'll have a conversation with you. If you're just going to be aggro, then I'm not going to waste my time with you. So disappointing to have discourse with someone that resorts to that. Right. Well, and the honest answer is you weren't really having discourse with them, right? It was a one-sided discourse. But yeah, as I cannot figure out, it's so frustrating. Target a friendly colony, target not valid. Reveals the location of the nearest unexplored hostile spawner to the target colony. It seems like you would want to hook a friendly... Press right-click to launch the operation. Okay. So I guess I need to put it on a friendly and then right-click. Spawner has been located. Aquatic nest. Not really happy that it's still wrapped in the cloud of war over here. That's true. Yep. But yeah, it's a lot of it has been I've just had to modulate kind of what my expectations are, and just not. Like, one of my big things, and this was part of it, is, I mean, one of my big things was to always, like, kind of poke my finger in people's chest when I felt like they were, you know, behaving in a way that wasn't great. Like, I mean, like I mentioned in the long form tweet today, right? So a lot of these guys who, you know, their way of conveying that they have something to offer in terms of mentorship is to come out initially with an insult, right? Particularly to other streamers, right? Like, this one a few months ago, again, one of the things that came across my windshield when I popped off of social media was something somebody retweeted, and it was this guy saying, you know, I see a lot of you new streamers, like, working, that tweet was so on point, man. Oh, thanks so much, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, and it kind of been boiling underneath my skin because I saw an iteration of that behavior, which has been bugging me for a very long time, yesterday. So, but yeah, this guy was like, you know, I see a lot of you new streamers, you know, making your overlays, you know, spending time making your overlays look really good and, like, not working on your personalities. You know, some of you need to worry about. What do you say? It's easy to look good when you're not working hard, and I'm like, that's one of the most idiotic things I've ever heard anybody say. Like, first of all, making your stream look good is a lot of hard work. It's hard to figure out. It takes time. I feel a lot of new streamers don't expend that time because it's hard. Well. It's not that hard if you spend the time to do it. I feel like a lot of streamers don't, and a lot of streamers go live without attending to those things. a lot of streamers are afraid to ask, or they wind up in groups where when they ask a question, they're not treated politely, so they're hesitant to ask. Some people are just naturally shy. They don't want to walk into like a Discord server or something and ask questions, or a Facebook group and ask questions about getting technical help. But then the other part of it, I was like, how do you work on your personality, right? You don't work on your personality. Your personality is who you are. Now, if you present yourself in a live stream as something different, and I'm not saying that that's wrong. I mean, I have mannerisms that are specific to me. Yeah, work on your personality, so be fake. Right, exactly. Now, I feel like I have mannerisms that are specific maybe to me being on air, maybe slightly, or just maybe things that I do or say that I do less frequently, or whatever, you know. Man, you might as well become a Star Citizen streamer. Really nice. Hey, Reginald, how you doing, man? Thanks so much for swinging through the live stream. I appreciate it. I'm trying to wake up, man. My stinking thermostat was set like 5 degrees higher than it should have been, so I was almost falling asleep in here. And Gory and I were in here getting all preachy about some of the nonsense on Twitter. So let me continue back there. But anyway, Gory, to wrap up, is the shape of the behavior that I dislike on Twitter often comes across initially as an insult to other streamers who I feel like are your peers, right? Typical classic high school move, right? Trying to make yourself look good by making others look bad. It's a thing that bugs me, and it hit my boiling point today, which is why I, politely went off on like a, 5 tweet storm about it. All right. He cannot make it over the mountain. But we will go over the mountain. Okay, so yeah, Original. Actually, you won't see it on here probably because the VODs age out. But if you went over to my YouTube channel, you would see some YouTube videos of me playing. Oh, don't do that. Of me playing Rome Total War 3 Kingdoms, which released a couple of months ago. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the Total War series. There's some gaps. My particular favorite was Rome Total War, and then I didn't play it as much. But I think I have like Attila. I just haven't played it as much. So I'm trying to get you, the first boot episode was not great because I had a lot to figure out. But yeah, there's a link to, I think my second night playing Rome Total War 3 Kingdoms. And Rome Total War 3 Kingdoms is fun. The thing I struggled with it a bit is that a lot of the menus and stuff are laid out. I was looking for them to be exactly like they were in Rome Total War, and they were not. And that just kind of, it's kind of a deadly downward spiral. I kept looking for things to be in the same place that weren't, and that caused me to think that they weren't there, which was not the case. As is often the case, it was just one of those games that kind of took me like 2 nights to really get into it instead of just the first night. This dude has a serious long trek across the desert. I don't even know how I got all the way over there in the first place. I'm not going to bother building locations or building bases out here this far out just yet. Ooh. No, don't trespass. Can I cut to the north here? Dude, I didn't see you send an app in, bro. Oh, no, I'll get to it, man. I just, first of all, we were on last night. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I'm in the middle of moving. So it's a feat that I'm even trying to maintain my live stream schedule. So I completed that task. But it is on my list. I will definitely get to it. Alright, so we have a non-aggression pact with this dude. We'll gladly accept it. Okay. Alright. So that's the repeat back that he was actually fine with it. Very cool. So, originally, did you game today, or did you live stream at all? You're killing me, man. Rolling in here with the exact same color that my name is in. So I'm looking at the chat and I'm like, where is he? Wait, is that him or is that me? Nah, dudes, I do not have. Are these the spacers again? Yes, I can't take on any quests for you guys while I'm fighting a war. I gotta wait. All right, so yes, we will move there. This guy's trek across the desert is actually taking less time than I thought it was going to. Orders required. All right. Let's go over here and merge with that army. And Bladau, we now have an army of 6 and a second maneuver warfare unit. The question is what I'm going to do. Who is this? Non-aggression pact. I know I got a non-aggression, but why is he inside my territory? And then it just gave me flack about me sending a scout through. Now, working on my YouTube playlist, needed updating, so thought I would take the night and get it right. Okay, very cool. Well, nah, man, you took my fun. Okay, so that unit's out of moves because the one dude moved and merged with it. I guess I need to start kind of a third army division. I'm going to have them. I don't need them to battle stage along the road. I'm a little worried with two factions at war against me where their attack vector is going to come from. They come from the north, so I'm going to start forming my army up here. No, I gave him orders. He's good. End his turn. Set production in Asnara. Now what bugs me is I keep getting hammered to produce more units. Whereas what I really want to do is I really want to have Asnara move on to building some other recreational facilities and whatnot. But with a hot war going on, I feel like I need to bolster my military as much as feasible until I see some signs of relief. So let's put a runner in the queue. Indicate overseer. And indentured. We'll go with 2 indentured. Actually, this is what I really need to. I'm not going to rush to build that colonizer, though. I can't afford for them to establish new territories and stretch my logistics lines that I really couldn't support right now. Never played it, but I like to watch games I haven't played to see if it's something I need to pick up. Star Citizen look cool, but frustrated too. That was Gory. You were definitely seeing me going through onboarding. Which is just really hard to do. I mean, you saw me kind of conducting a science experiment for the deliberate intention and purpose of conducting a science experiment. I think in reality, if somebody were going to try and onboard with Star Citizen, they would go and read a bunch of tutorials and watch some YouTube videos and stuff. I deliberately, because I wanted to test the inherent design of the game. And as a software engineer, I have this architectural and design ethos where I feel like if a product is not intuitive enough for somebody who has some domain expertise to just kind of walk into it and using it at the basic level, then that's then that's a failure in design. It's a shortfall in design. So that is kind of how I test and review games to a certain extent. So I think a normal human being or somebody who is not trying to make a point would just, like I said, go read a bunch of tutorials and stuff. Not that I like you just going in and playing. That's how I go into it. Yeah, there are lots of gamers like that. In aspects, Star Citizen fails. It's capture and claim your sector. Fine, Uljana. I'm not sweating you over some of those northern territories. I can't defend those lines anyway. Well, what's weird to me in terms of Star Citizen, it's not for the uninitiated, is you can see the freelancer DNA inherent in Star System in a lot of its mission structures and a lot of the mechanics. But in some cases,
incoming communication,
where there are things that were done in Freelancer that were just kind of basic and straightforward and like clear and intuitive. I intend to bring my armies against you soon. I thought you had already declared war on me. Whatever. Whatevs. Space faction demand. Yeah, fine. You guys can have some ore. Foreboding
open
darkness.
their wounds, fix their pleas on
And
vengeance,
in some cases,
pour
this
light
very
darkness,
same things
blind their eyes with injustice,
in Star Citizen
eclipse the
seem
sun,
sometimes
deny
like
it
completely
purpose,
unnecessarily
choke
overly
out their
convoluted.
hopes with
Like
ashes of despair.
making a hyperspace
They
jump in
disbelieve
Freelancer
daylight.
was like
Gloom
click on the
is
point in the
their
distance,
haven.
like right click on the point in the distance and hit like the
Of
space
House
bar and you were
Arden.
gone. And it wasn't janky and it didn't like engage half the time and not engage half. Like why going to Quantum Drive in Star Citizen is as obtuse as it is, just seems unnecessarily complicated. Now, that being said, I feel like there are deliberately certain things in Star Citizen that are difficult because the design is trying to appeal to that type of gamer. The gearhead gamer, the type of person who like plays a racing sim and like gets all underneath the hood and like specifically tunes the car, gets that dopamine hit from participating in those kind of activities. And I kind of feel like there are some things in the Star Citizen design that trade on you getting a dopamine hit from feeling like you've completed a complicated, non-simplified task, right? So having been in the military, right, there's a certain euphoria you get from like a 3-button action, right? So if you're gonna pickle a weapon at somebody, that feeling of hitting a button, doing a voice comm, hitting a button, doing a voice comm, hitting a voice comm, doing a voice comm, and then the bird goes whoosh out of the launcher. There's a certain feeling you get from that, a feeling of, I don't know, professionalism or expertise, and I think that's what some of those things in Star Citizen kind of trade on, and it appeals to those types of personalities, but that also makes it not a branch for, well, it makes it difficult to casually onboard. Okay, Corey. Okay, you were an Army medic. I was a Navy guy, so I drove and operated ships for my time in the Navy. So what are these guys? These guys need orders. They can just stand there. Okay, so this is... Whoa, what is that? Is that an enemy unit? An enemy flying unit? Okay, well, we have a non-aggression pact with them. Okay, so now that this unit is up, I gotta figure out what I want to do with them. I guess I can have them sortie down this hill and move to engage this guy and just get him out of my territory. I usually don't assume, but I figured Air Force or Navy because you're thanks, man. You humble me greatly. Us dumbass go Army on Marines. Well, to be quite honest, if I had gone ground, my big thing is I wanted to be a tanker. Because I'd played like a lot of like tank simulations and stuff. And I was always really impressed with the M1A1. I am fully aware of the high mortality rate of tank crews, so I know that that's a thing. But still, again, I'm one of those types who like hitting a bunch of buttons, right, and going through a relatively complicated sequence of events to achieve, a cool action is a thing that appeals to me. I went Army because they were the only ones that would take a 34-year-old. Okay, very cool. Is there shame in that? Excuse me. So is this guy already moved? Oh, this is my guy coming in from the wilderness. So I can't cut through their territory. So here's what I don't understand. It seems like I have a non-aggression pact with this dude, and he's able to cut entirely through my territory. But if I'm about to cut through his, I'm getting this warning that I'm gonna commit some violation, and I'm like, what's up with that? Third Infantry Division here, so I know all about tanks. Very cool. I was in an infantry unit that got converted because tanks couldn't be sent over to Afghanistan. Okay. Very cool. So how long were you in, Gory? I think he's done. I'm waiting. Okay, so this is my next unit. So let's start to form up here in line formation. And he's good. Set military research. Only 4 years I destroyed my knee and they couldn't use me. Yep, I did 12 and destroyed my knee and chose to roll out because I didn't want to get the knee surgery. I didn't want to get knee surgery, in comparison to how much I could regain strength just by physically training. The percentage strength return that I would get out of doing the surgery was very marginal, and I was like, why would I do that? However, not getting the surgery wasn't going to allow me to go back to sea again, so I was like, well, I think we've hit an impasse. Oh, so I've actually done quite a bit down this psionics lane. So I think, side number, I don't even know what that word means. I think I want to research accursed gifts. Which gives you consuming gaze, dark icon, gift of oblivion. What's very weird with tonight's session is we've done a ton of turn-based stuff, but haven't gotten into much RTS combat. I had ACL surgery, I ruptured my ACL, tore my PCL and MCL on both sides of my... Yep, that's pretty much what I did. I was in a motorcycle accident, and that's almost exactly verbatim what happened with mine. Took a year and a half to recover, but I wouldn't change a thing. Very cool. Well, I'm glad that worked out for you. Yeah, those were dark times when I blew my knee out in the motorcycle accident. I was not quite sure how and where I was going to wind up. Good thing that I was a gamer and I could drag myself into the. A lot of my recovery was just once I pulled myself out of out of my lowest funk, was just literally trying to drag myself on my crutches. And force myself to go into the computer room and sit down and game. Yeah, you take knees for granted until you mess one up. Yep, that is very true. Alright, we can go ahead and end the turn. Yeah, I'm really kind of appalled at the lack of RTS style combat I've actually engaged in tonight. Ooh, just getting awfully close there. I may have to actually start pushing back on some of these skirmishes.
In conclusion, knowledge is power.
We're gonna
But
go
being
look.
well
We're gonna find
educated
her
has an additional
All right, man.
benefit.
Thanks so much for hanging out. I
No
know
one
you
can call you
had just
stupid,
come through, and
especially if you've
we're just gonna
researched
hang out for a
weaponry
short
that
time.
could
But I appreciate the
vaporize them if they
conversation.
did. Dr. Millicent
And
Rickles,
hope you have a good
head
night, man.
researcher,
And a good weekend
Lazalike
if I don't see you.
Incorporated.
I will be back on tomorrow night if you come through. So if I see you then, I will see you then. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for the sub too. I appreciate that. Research development. Select new research. So now, Reginald, you said you were working on your YouTube playlists. So you're trying to, I'm guessing you export your VODs and stuff over to YouTube, or are you trying to kind of clean them up and kind of organize them into more logical structure? All right, Gory, have a good night, man. Appreciate you. So work on food development. Alright, you just hold position. So my other units join you in formation. 2. Now we gonna get some combat. Whoa! What the heck? And why are my units so weak in comparison to these people who are just roving through my blasted territory? Go back up the hill. Run away! Run away! He's still trying to make it back. My original plan was for him to get back and rendezvous with some of these units, but those units are already have full army decks. Okay, so I think he's done.
Incoming communication.
Why does everybody want to go to war with me? That makes no sense.
Incoming
but it makes me really
communication.
feel like there's a flaw in the AI in this game.
Happiness event in colony. War has been declared upon us.
What? Like, I don't understand why everybody is so aggro. Very good deal for you. Now, when I sent the proposal last time, it didn't really work, so I'm going to try the auto balance trade offer. Okay. Insufficient funds. What? Fine. She declares war, whatever. Baz. Handle hero join offer. Oh, what is that? Zymar the Necromancer wants to join you. 200 energy. Fine. We need the help. Orders required. Hold position. Hold position. These guys are running back up the hill. What? She took over that? What is this? Alright. We gotta do something. I need to start expanding, potentially at the expense of others. Which she seems to be entirely enclosed by this dude's territory. I'm not sure what I should do. Should I break across it and hope that he's understanding, or just consider that unit a loss? Not really particularly happy with either of those two scenarios. I gotta make a decision. For Paco. For Paco. For Paco. So he's taking over so much of the territory along our eastern border. It's going to make it difficult for me to strike out in any direction along that axis. Huh. Let me scrounge around here for a little bit. There's no point in just immediately... Well, first of all, I can't afford to incite war. I'm already at war with 3 factions, I think. I can't really afford to incite a 4th. Okay, so this is my hero that I recruited. Go stage right up here, buddy. Oh, so they're saying we can extend that all the way to there. Gives me at least some additional room to stack units coming out of home production factory. Okay, don't know what that really means. That's good. What is required? That's a 6-person army. I didn't realize that. Cavalry. I don't think they would have any better luck against this guy than the last group I sent. Really unsure what to do here. What I think I'm going to do now is not push boundaries. I guess they moved a little already. back. Just tell the hotel there should be done for the night. Who's on a publicly complimented
Incoming
me.
communication.
Okay, well that's good. That's at least one faction that's viewed as being a positive light. That's very near. Huh, so I changed the trust early. Interesting. Gladly and humbly accept. I assume this is from when we agreed on the non-aggression pact. Most painful thing in this game is having to wait. Unlike the other AI moves like 100 units. Okay, so we have operations ready to prime.
Operations available for priming.
Deploy monitor. We'll go ahead and do native threat locator as well, so those are available. Especially now that I think that I have the hang of the detect hostile. Stay there. Those required. Also stay there. Ellen Shaw. Yeah, she's already declared war on us. Need to look at my research thing again. So, under social research, I've done what I need to do to be able to build colonizers. What I don't like is that at my HQ, unit template manager. I don't see. Oh, okay, that's right. I have built one colonizer. I'm waiting for it to come up out of the queue in Nestara. Okay, so that is in progress. Okay, so this is another maneuvering unit. So I was bringing that unit down from the north to just kind of bolster the army units closer to home base, but quite honestly, I think I need to just have them continue their exploration mission and map as much of the map as is possible. Certain nations will allow. Okay, so this is a new unit that's been produced, so we'll go ahead and stage them to the north, where the 3rd Army Division is forming up. Reputation changed to neutral. I don't know whether that was a plus or a minus. Popular support changed to approving. So these are improvements in some ways.
Production ready.
Right, we've already claimed the summoner, so we can just end that turn. Ah, diddly. Message from the Spacers faction. Yeah, I'm still not taking on any new missions. Nope. Just to stay put. As are you. As are you. Yep. Battle won by Aya. Well, that's complicated. So I guess you can pull 2 6-unit squads in, so that's a consideration I need to keep in mind. Orders required.
Incoming communication.
Hey, you've already declared on war on me. I don't know why. She keeps acting like that's something new.
Incoming communication.
Okay, well, great. Wow, a lot of activities. Orders required. No. I keep telling you guys, just wait. Yep, wait. Wait. And also wait. Trying to decide what I want these guys to do. Alright, so let's have them just continue to operate. Ooh. It's so weird. I just don't know. It's hard to tell whether or not I'm crossing over a border or a border that no one cares about or what. So he can go to this subject. Oh, impossible battle. No. Great. I think she's actually out of movement now. Alright, let's go ahead and go form up. So I have one more slot. Alright, no, he's good.
Operations primed and ready.
Okay, just go to the threat indicator. Watch. So I know it has to be a building that I control, but out of the different flavors of buildings, I'm a little unclear and unsure. Alright, fine. Let's click on it, see what it finds. Okay, so Fog of War, and now we know... Oh, okay, it's all the way out here. I don't think that was one I was supremely aware of. What is this? Who the diplomat as pioneer? Leader as pirate. Diplomat as pioneer. Reputation changed to trustworthy.
Production ready.
Really? Where? Am I just missing it? I don't know.
Happiness
What do we know
event
about the
in
unrest?
colony.
Okay, so for anybody hanging out on the live stream, I'm going to take a brief break and run and go grab another energy drink. I'm going to put you guys on the BRB scene, and then I will be back. Thanks so much for joining in on the live stream and hanging out. Like I said, I'm going to go get this additional energy drink. Maybe lower my thermostat because it is hecka hot in here. Hecka hurt in here. And then I'll be back on. So thanks so much for hanging out, and hopefully all of you will still be here when I get back.
Don't do a backflip on this one. Ooh. Come on. What the heck is going? What? No, am I supposed to go vertical here? Flippin' A, I'm never gonna get that. What the heck? Or is it that I'm supposed to get enough? There may be something I'm not figuring out here. It could be... No, you know what it is? Hold on. Oh. What it is I'm supposed to... Yeah, I'm gonna have to start that over. I think I'm supposed to get scooped up by that thing and get some extra momentum to get up over the hump. Oof. And actually, I mean, so you can do a run and take some stupid, and take some faults, but the problem is often they start you somewhere where it's really hard to, because you don't have the speed. Over-rotated. Blast it. Oh, that's what I need to do. I need to get picked up and kind of rock back and forth in that thing. And yeah, and then there's a thing up there. Alright. And this is just kind of what Trials Fusion is. It is this big, long, grindy game through multiple challenges that sometimes requires you to do a crap ton of trial and error. And sometimes it is not fun. Sometimes it is frustrating. Frack. I could see this morning I'm just not going to get a lot done. So it's actually good that I'm doing this as a local game capture and not so much on stream. No. Flippin' A. Grah. So this is actually my first Trials game that I played. I think I played the demo of Trials Fusion and didn't really particularly care for it. Again, I think I had problems kind of... What the heck? Understanding what this game really is. This iteration, I think I've got my head wrapped around. I don't know why the bike is bucking like that. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just this is just kind of a big erector set physics engine. Ugh. Snap it. This is the thing that really gets frustrating to me when I'm like, okay, so like the first 5 times I did this, I got it. And now all of a sudden, like I'm crashing at that part. Like I don't know what I did to get it right the first time, so I don't know what I'm doing that makes it wrong. Ugh. And these are these days with this game that I'm just like, I just want to put it away. Like F1 2019 had some aspects to it that were frustrating, but you know, in a 2-hour block of time, I felt freaking. Oh, okay. That's another thing that's tough. You have to. A lot of times you feel like you're about to derp it, and then you're like, oh no, you just pulled that off. Is that gonna make it? Is that gonna make it? No! No, you missed it. I'm actually stuck. Flippin' A. Gosh. Great. Nope. So right now I'm just trying to recon this segment and figure out what the heck it is I'm supposed to do. Almost. Oh, you almost had it there. Okay, there you go. You were trying to leave too late. Alright, so let's try this again. Nope, you cannot do that. Yeah, but this is one of these days where for an hour of game time I may do nothing but... you know, I tried the one thing and failed it, and I may do nothing but work through to get this. When I'm not thinking, I just automatically go into the backflip, and I gotta remember not to here. Scoop it. There you go. And then, right, and then a lot of times you'll get these and they're not as tough as you thought they were. Like that little segment. Oh, flip. It's just... I screwed it up because I thought... I went into the backflip and thought I wasn't going to land it, and then I actually did land it, and then I screwed it up because I thought I was already out. And I almost think this is almost more a game of temperament than... The big thing is just, can you deal with the constant failure? Great. So other pieces of equipment that I'm using to render the game capture this morning. I am using an Elgato HD60S for a capture card. For webcam this morning, I'm using the Logitech C930E. For a microphone, I'm using the Samson G-Track Pro. Always really super satisfied and impressed with Samson mics. Can't go wrong with them. Have yet to use a Samson mic that I'm not happy with. Flipping A. Now for in-game audio this morning, I am using the Go XLR mixer, which is a piece of gear that was specifically engineered to support video game live streamers. And what I'm doing is
Alright, hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. I apologize tonight that we haven't, feels like we haven't gotten a lot done. I think I've hit kind of a roadblock in the progression model, and I think that's maybe from not having built a second city yet, and that taking so long. And I've been so tired because the room is just not set the way. So I usually work to get the temperature in the house down, and particularly in the basement, leading up to the live stream. And like I said, either I guess I made an error and didn't set the temperature low enough. So when I came down here, it was fairly warm, and continued to be warmer than the norm throughout the evening, so I apologize for that. I'm also a little disappointed because it feels like between being overly tired and kind of breaking ranks with the progression model, failing to capitalize on a few opportunities. And I'll be So I guess this guy's continuing to explore up here. Took me a little bit longer to get back to because I was going to get an energy drink, but then I was like, I have no idea where I just teleported. Where am I? Okay, not too far away. So I've definitely come to the mindset that owning a bunch of sectors and stuff that you can't really police doesn't really buy you a whole lot. Now, given the way I've seen forces lining up, I may need to combine. I may need to make this army and then combine it with my other primary army. Guess if we're going to put a monitoring station, maybe I should put it over here. So this is deployed from the orbital drop. And it wants me to go ahead and end turn. I think that's fine. So we got about 30 minutes left in tonight's live stream. Tomorrow, I will be back on. If you just look down in my Twitch panel below, I may just say now live. So yeah, I'll be back on tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. I don't even know. I didn't have any Casus Belli. I don't really even know what that is. That's a good deal for me. Fine. So even at this 39 turns, which is a fairly decent length game in my opinion. Food deployment.
Food is a governing tool. Just as fuel is essential to power a machine, food is the ruling principle of happy, strong, and productive colonists. Tony Rubio Strong, Manpower and Machine Motivational Consulting.
Let's figure out my next research. also do production development. Usually that'll grant you the ability to construct some choice units. Didn't really say that in its description, so we'll see how that goes. That should be all of the Warriors 5. I need to double check that queue because I don't know that I have a 5th unit being produced. But I guess I probably do, considering the city hasn't been squawking at me. I don't know what orders he's received. Points. So you could try your luck hitting this teleporter. I think that did put me a bit closer to home, did it? Or maybe, yes, no, not really. Not really. It actually set me back distance-wise. Go ahead and don't have the unit hooked. Just have him start making the trek again. Now that we have all those factions, this
Operations available for priming.
makes it difficult and too long to do loop in some cases. Okay, I don't know where that structure went. Army has disembarked. Not sure what just happened there. He's good. All these guys just need to sit, hang out, and pause. great. Keep running into these impossible battles. Nothing is really any parity. Seems like every unit I'm running into would overpower my beginner units, I guess. He's already got an army of 6. I guess I'll try and march on that facility.
Opponent has been defeated.
Okay, so that attrites one player in the field, I guess. Okay. And 1. Hey TJ, how you doing, man? I'm doing okay. Still hotter down here than it should be. It's definitely presented some staying awake challenges all night. But I'm 30 minutes late. Yeah, I struggle with that a lot. I'm supposed to go live at a certain time, and then I'm running behind. The other night, in fact, Wednesday, which was going to be my first live stream as an affiliate, I fell asleep on the couch. I just sat down and I was just like completely out of it. And I woke up 30 minutes late and I was like, should I even bother trying? And blah, 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 blah. And these days I try and force myself through it, you know, when I feel like that, of like not even bothering.
Incoming communication.
Keep it up. I don't really know that I'm on the path to victory. Nor do I understand
incoming
why it popped me all the way up
communication.
here. I'll make sure of that. Great.
Incoming communication.
I don't know what task it feels.
Empire task completed.
Because I completed a task, and that's why they're all giving me flack for it. It's been such a strategy night. Okay, going to work. Talk to you soon, man. I appreciate you. Thanks so much, TJ. I appreciate you coming through earlier tonight and dropping that Twitch sub. What the heck is this? We see collaboration to create links. What? Defective unit. I don't know. I don't even know why I accepted that. Okay, this is just from the Spacers faction. We're not gonna take that on. Orders required. So nobody who's in this backfield needs orders. We just need to... Oh, okay. I do have him hooked. Didn't realize that. Not even sure exactly what I want this unit to do anymore. Actually, he's all part of the group that's on standby anyway. Alright. Oh. Okay, we'll see how that goes. Oh, no. Native threat indicator. Target not valid. Right. Okay, so that's a new one, other than the one that they showed us 2 times in a row, I'm pretty sure. So, but that's well and far away from here, so I'm not going to sweat it too much. Some of the sections required for victory. It's fine. Defensive pact. That's going to be a little worrisome.
Incoming communication.
Ugh. You're already at war with me.
Happiness event in colony.
Discovered autonom dwelling. Okay. Possible battle, so don't engage in that. Just go around them. Great. The colony wastes its fate, awaits its fate. Yeah, absolutely. Absorb them. I feel like I just casually hit that end turn without really thinking it through. What do the spacers want now? Fine. I gotta do something about energy anyway. I don't know if that's because of the large number of units that I have, or cities, or what. don't know if they have to stay there. Guess I'm going to leave them there for right now. No, you just need to start working your way back to base also. Set. Oh boy. He's trapped too at sea, actually. Alright, so I'm gonna leave him and then... Looks like... Sector base... Okay, so those are places where I can set up new colonies. Corvin was on trespassing in your domain. Husker was on trespassing in your domain. No, just don't think I have the capacity to deal with it. Orders required. Let's have him come down to this one. Now once I do that, can I create a city? Clay Ridge. I would think no, it's not. Oh, did he disembark them? Great sector. Where are all the colonists? Just didn't realize that they were going to make landfall, or was that it was that easy from me hitting that button. Like I said, I'm struggling to... So I don't know why it reverts back to the primary city when I say upgrade.
Production ready.
I don't know what that one was. No, there's no way. Okay, so they have her trapped. Guess I could try and go around the top. Okay, that might be the way to get out of that problem. Set production. Some of these units I'm cordoned off from now because I don't have enough raw materials. Huh. And I can't build a colonizer. I think I am just gonna not put anything into Nasnara's queue. Yeah. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out right now is what the heck to do. So all that mess didn't really mean anything. 50 energy and 10 influence. Okay. Well, I'm not going to set anything to production at Nasnara. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and end the turn. Man, it is still hot down here. Orders required. Well, I guess I could send him back to the city for more colonists, right? So I'm definitely going to want to get that to stop. Orders required, just sit quietly. How about that for a set of orders? Okay, so these are all the new units. I gotta look at Nasnara's production queue. So I also certainly didn't envision all 5 of them standing around once I got done. Alright, ooh, orders required. Support change to neutral. Alright. Oh! I don't know what the heck happened there. Ugh. This is becoming a problem. And I'm not going to set production.
Incoming communication.
Alright, I said I'm not going to. I don't know. So I'm not going to queue up any production. Just a couple things that I need to figure out. Okay, so if we're going to queue up production. Part of the problem is, is it that you can't afford a colonizer? That is part of it. Alright, well look, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for me for tonight. Thanks so much for those who swung by and hung out in the live stream. Definitely kind of at a difficult part at this point in the game. I've got some things going, but I'm still definitely behind the power curve in some aspects. It'll be interesting to see if next session I can get in here and kind of shovel some dirt and get on a good strategic plan and actually remember where I left off. So if you happen to be watching the archive version of this on YouTube, I appreciate you as well. Thanks so much for joining in and checking out this export of the live stream for both groups. Please feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel so that you can just be alerted whenever I post new content. Other than that, that's going to do it for me. Until next time, happy hunting, stay safe out there, take care of yourselves, play the games that you like and stream the games that you love. Once again, my name has been Agatsky Statements from GearWorks.com, the Rounding Off Infinity Gaming channel on YouTube, and the E2KG Network podcasting channel on YouTube. Until next time, good night, good luck, and good gaming.